Munich, the capital of Bavaria and the third largest city in Germany, lies on the river Isar on the fringes of the Bavarian Alps. It began as a monastery, growing into a settlement when the Duke of Bavaria allowed the monks to establish a market at the crossing of the route from Salzburg and the river. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rated attractions and things to do in Munich. And just wait till you see the number 4 that we're going to be showing in this video. Something you would never even have thought of, so make sure you watch till the end. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome travel guides and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So now let's cut to the chase. At 10, shop at Christmas markets. From the last week in November until December 24th, the parks and squares of Munich turn into a colourful, sparkling Christmas extravaganza of coloured lights, evergreen boughs and holiday music. Colourful frosted gingerbread hearts decorate little cabins filled with candies, cookies, wooden toys, Christmas tree ornaments and holiday baubles, as well as local handcrafts in all mediums. The largest market is in Marienplatz, where local chorales serenade shoppers with Christmas music. 2 blocks away, at the Rindermarkt, the market is filled with figures and accessories for creche scenes. Miniature shepherds, wise men, angels, animals and the Holy Family are in every imaginable media. Delicate alpine wood carvings from nearby Obermagau, ceramic, terracotta, pottery, wax and even plastic. One of the most charming is the Christmas village inside the courtyard of the Residenz, where a children's theatre and bakers turning out hot treats add to the appeal. Not far away, an entire square turns into a medieval marketplace, where artisans and craftspeople dressed in costumes of the Middle Ages demonstrate and sell authentic period goods. Wherever you go, you will find traditional Lebkuchen or gingerbread from Nuremberg, sold at Munich's first Christmas markets in the 1600s and of course still favourites today. At 9, Tierpark Hellabrunn or Hellabrunn Zoo. Spread across 89 acres, Hellabrunn Zoo is consistently ranked among the best zoos in Europe. Laid out in 1911, it was the first zoo in the world to have animals grouped according to where they came from. Today, more than 19,000 animals from 757 species are held in open enclosures meant to replicate the conditions of the wild, with animals that normally share habitats kept together wherever possible. Popular features include the Elephant House, now a listed building, the enormous 5,000 square metre free flight aviary, the Polarium and ape houses. Located adjacent to the Isar River in a designated conservation area, the zoo has many delightful footpaths, playgrounds and picnic spots. Next up at 8, Viktualienmarkt. In 1807, when the farmers' market outgrew Marienplatz, it was moved to the nearby square, where it thrived and expanded. Until today, it covers 22,000 square metres and includes a butcher's hall, bakery, fish hall and flower market, in addition to its fruit and vegetable vendors. It's not just a place for locals to buy items for the night's dinner. Fresh breads and pastries, wheels of cheese and cured meats are good picnic makings, and tables and benches provide a place for shoppers and visitors to sit while they eat sizzling sausages, hot pretzels and other foods prepared in mobile kitchens. Oh yes please. Above the market stands a colourful maypole with traditionally dressed figures representing the various crafts and trades that were practised in this part of town. Next up at 7, BMW Welt. Not to be confused with the BMW Museum, although it's on the same huge manufacturing complex near the Olympic Park, BMW Welt is a gigantic showroom. Here you can see every vehicle the company makes, sit inside them and learn what the future cars and motorcycles may look like. Whereas the BMW Museum is more about past models and history, the Welt is all about now, with an exhibition area and a 3-dimensional media facade with immersive visions of the future of mobility. Interactive exhibits consider sustainability and offer insights into the design process. You can take tours of the BMW Group plant to see the production process. Opened in 2007, the BMW Welt is the most visited tourist attraction in Bavaria. The building's futuristic steel and glass architecture is part of the allure, plus the fact that admission, yes, it's free. At 6, Yes, it's the BMW Museum. Next to BMW's soaring headquarters and factories at the Olympic Park is a round contemporary building with a metal shell housing BMW's museum. Here, car fans will find examples of nearly all the models the company has made, including sports cars, racing models and motorcycles. You can see current models and learn about the technology of modern automobile construction, as well as get glimpses of future propulsion technologies and designs the company is exploring. Those who think cars are just for getting from point A to point B might want to skip this one, but for fans of things automotive, it's a must. And now at 5, the Olympic Park. Home to the 1972 Summer Olympics, Munich's spectacular Olympic Park covers an area of some 2.7 million square metres on the Oberwiesenfeld, a former training ground for the Royal Bavarian Army. Now a major recreational centre, this huge facility hosts a variety of major concerts and events, including the Summer Tollwood Festival. The Winter Tollwood is held at Thresenhohe, home of the Oktoberfest. A number of family activities have been added since the Olympics, so you'll find plenty of things to do here. These include a stadium roof climb, zip lining, and behind-the-scenes tours showcasing the facility's splendid architecture and design. The Olympic Tower, a 290-metre high television tower built in 1968 that was renamed in honour of the Games, has viewing platforms in the Aussichtskorb, offering breathtaking views over the city. And now, next up at 4, Munich Residenz. For centuries, the seat of the dukes, electors and kings of Bavaria, the Munich Residenz is one of Europe's most spectacular palaces. Laid out around 7 large courts, yes, 7, the vast Residenz complex comprises 3 main sections: the Königsbau, fronting onto Max-Joseph-Platz, the Alte Residenz, facing Residenzstraße, and the Festsaalbau, banqueting hall, overlooking the Hofgarten. The earliest section of this huge complex was the magnificent antiquarium, built in 1579 and now part of the outstanding Residenz Museum. The Alte Residenz, a masterpiece of the late Renaissance and testimony to the growing power of Bavaria, followed soon after, and the final components, the neoclassical Königsbau, the Festalbau and the court church, were completed in 1848. Today, the Residenz houses a number of monuments and museums, including the Residenz Museum, the Treasury, the Court Church of All Saints, and Cuvillier's Theatre. Be sure to explore the palace grounds too, with its many wonderful old courtyards and arcades. And next up at 3, Nymphenburg Palace and Gardens. The large Baroque palace of Nymphenburg in the northwest outskirts of the city was originally the summer residence of the Wittelsbach electors in the 17th century. Extending more than 600 metres from wing to wing, this vast palace is surrounded on each side by the Nymphenburg Canal, which splits as it passes around the main buildings before reuniting again in a fountain-adorned pool in front of the main facade. Your first stop should be Central Pavilion, a cube-shaped palace in the style of an Italian villa, completed in 1674, and home to the lavishly decorated 3-storey stone hall, and a number of private chambers with fine furnishings and artwork. In the palace chapel, notice the expressive ceiling painting illustrating the life of Mary Magdalena. Beside the palace in the former court stables, the Marstal Museum displays a collection of beautiful state coaches. In the magnificent 17th century gardens of Nymphenburg Park stands the Amalienburg, a palatial hunting lodge known for its famous Hall of Mirrors. Elsewhere in the gardens are a maze with the Hecken Theatre or Hedge Theatre, marble statues of Greek gods, a large fountain and a number of hot houses, including the Palm House, which has Germany's first hot water heating system. And at 2, walk or bike in the Englischer Garten, English Garden. Munich's English Garden is not only the largest city park in Germany, it covers an area of 910 acres. It's also one of the most beautiful. Naturally arranged groups of trees and plants offer ever-changing vistas, and 9 kilometers of winding streams and an artificial lake complete the impression of a natural landscape. Designed in 1785 as a military garden, the English Garden attracts walkers, joggers and cyclists to its 78 kilometres of pathways and bridle paths. It's also a pleasant place to sunbathe and picnic, and you can stop for a snack or drink at the Chinesischen Turm, or Chinese Tower, a 25-meter tall pagoda. In 1972, a Japanese garden was created on an island at the southern end of the garden to house an authentic tea house, a gift in honor of the 1772 Olympics. The park also contains the Bavarian National Museum, with its fine collection of medieval German sculptures and tapestries, and the Bavarian State Archaeological Collection, which displays local prehistoric artifacts. A curiosity in the park is the Eisbachwelle, a wave created by the emergence of the Eisbach River from its underground course. Crowds gather to watch surfers' stunts. Except for experienced surfers, it's a spectator sport and not for beginners. And finally, at number 1, Marienplatz and the Neues Rathaus. Marienplatz has been Munich's central square since the city's foundation, the site of medieval jousting tournaments, and until 1807, where markets were held. In addition to the massive Neues Rathaus, the new city hall that fills one entire side of the square, you'll find the Altes Rathaus, the old town hall, forming a gate at the far end. In the large open square are the Mariensäule, a tall column to the Virgin Mary, erected in 1638, and the Fischbrunnen, a newer fountain that includes bronze figures rescued from an earlier 19th century fountain. Popular with shoppers for its stores, boutiques and restaurants, Marienplatz is the focus of festivals and scene of a large Christmas market. Yes, a Christmas market, one of several in the city. During the Fasching Carnival, the Narrenlindwurm or dragon dances over the square. Daily at 11 a.m. and noon, and at 5 p.m. from March through October, everyone stops to watch the famous Glockenspiel on the front of the Neues Rathaus, as its mechanical figures dine, joust and dance. It's one of the city's best-loved traditions and something you shouldn't miss. Take some time to appreciate the intricate stonework on the neo-Gothic facade. It's hard to remember that this building dates only from the late 19th century, completed in 1892. You can ride the elevator to the middle gallery of the building's 85-meter tower for views over the city. The Tourist Information Centre is in the Rathaus, and in the back of the building is a restaurant serving traditional Bavarian dishes. And there you have the top 10 rated attractions and things to do in Munich. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. Auf Wiedersehen and see you next time.